everybody. Arkansas Hiker here. Today's Thursday the 28th. Made it to Emma Falls Lodge State Park last night around after 1. It was late. Forgot about the time change, delays. Took a visit to Elvis Presley's birthplace, so that was kind of cool. But today, I'm going to chill out in the room, kind of catch up from, 8-9 days of work around the house, trying to get my home locked down for 6 months, so it'd be easy for those that are watching everything for me. Anyways, today, right here, right near the southern terminus in Springer Mountain at the lodge here, I'm going to do my gear review with you and go over the stuff that's in my pack. Okay, here's my backpack. This is the front side. This is an Osprey Aethers. It's an 85 liter pack. I had a 65 liter on the Foothills Trail, and it worked, but it was just, everything was so tight, and it was just a shorter hike. I wanted enough space to keep everything evenly, but not, I have winter weight in here. I have some, as you'll see, I have some things for dealing with the winter and things like that. And there's some things that are heavier built for the cold that I'll hopefully replace once it gets hot, send it home and receive a lighter version. But anyway, so at the front of the pack here is my straps. This holds my cell phone, and this holds my glasses. Yes, Deanna and Katie, if you're out there, I am going to use my glasses. I have to when I edit, but I really don't need to. I just prefer to. Here's my bottled water holder. I use a 750 milliliter, actually a 500 milliliter bottle for the front here. Sorry, 750 goes in the back. It gets filtered and cleaned. So anyways, adjustable hip straps, very comfortable. Airspace back here, nice straps, adjustable straps. Just pull cords everywhere to adjust all this. At the top here is called the brain. This is where I put my tent and my water cleaning. So when I need my water to filter and I have my tent and everything to set up quickly, I keep that at the top. So you can see I'm carrying an umbrella. I've just found more positives than negatives when it says umbrella, especially on deluges. And then on the side here, I'll show you this shortly, but this is something that I'm going to actually use on the trail. It's very light, but I'm hoping to learn. So I'll show you right here, it's got some side pockets on either side. I can keep things like food, my wallet, and my knife. All right, the outside of the pack. You can see I have these Crocs. They're kind of a staple for most folks on the trail. They're super light, foamy-like shoes. When you get done camping, you will take off your shoes and socks and put these on. They allow you to run around camp. They don't soak up water, and they let your feet air. And then I have this little foam mat. This actually weighs less than half an ounce. I can take that off when I need to sit on things, keep my butt from getting wet or cold, or if there's rough terrain or sharp stuff. And then I actually put this underneath my sleeping pad as a little bit added R value, also to protect my sleeping pad that blows up from sharp items and stuff. So I have a little part of my tent that lays down, ground cover. Then I put my tent down, and then I have this that adds R value, but also protects the sleeping mat and also allows me to sit on it. Super light. You can see the pack's designed to carry it. I've got an outside packet here. I really love this pack. It has so many pockets, and I think it's I don't know, I think it's worth the extra couple pounds. I have side pockets here. I can keep things here. This one's actually not in use. This one here, one of these two sides, you can see here, just goes all the way down to this area here. I put my camera tripod in there. So inside here, the stretchy part here, I have my toiletry bag. I also have dry towels, hiker towels. We'll go over those. Microfiber towel, allow me to dry condensate, things like that. We'll talk about that. That's all I have in there. I also put my water in there. So the really cool thing about this pack is, you see this upper zipper here? It allows me to unzip my pack on the ground all the way down to here and just lay it open, and I can get into all my stuff. Like right up here is my food that's on the top, and then I have a bunch of other stuff in here. And I'll set up the tripod, pull it apart, and we'll take a look. Here's what I was telling you about the brain pack. It's the brain truss. What I have in here is my water filtration kit. We'll go over that along with some aqua tabs, and then this is my Z-Pax duplex tent. I have my tent, and wrapped up in my tent when I rolled it up was my ground cover that provides an extra barrier to protect the bottom of the tent. They say it's not needed, but I feel like it is. I've seen the terrain. And then I have 8 aluminum stakes to hold that up. That's it for the brain. So as you can see here, if I can get it out here, I have my alt umbrella. This weighs, gosh, I don't know, 3-4 ounces of that. Guys, it's so lightweight. I will actually strap that to my pack, probably over here, and it has a little bungee that holds it down here, and then it also holds the pole here. And it'll open, and then it'll be just enough to keep me, and if I have to, I'll hold it by hand if it's really bad until I can get to a shelter. So I think it's very essential. You're gonna get wet, but sometimes it rains so much, and then I just put it on my side pocket here, and I can strap it in. That this will keep me from getting too much rain all at once. Over here, it's a very special item that I brought. The mountains are peaceful, relaxing. I wanted to try to learn a new skill while I was on the trail, so something I love a lot is Indian flute music. I find it very soothing. I've been through some difficult operations in my life, and the pain is pretty bad. Kind of pain that makes you laugh because you don't believe it's real. But with that said, I found that Indian flute music, particularly certain times, was very soothing and helped me relax. So what this is an Indian flute. I purchased it, and I plan on playing with it and learning how to use it while I'm on the trail for 6 months, particularly if I'm sitting somewhere relaxing and I just want to relax. Maybe I don't need food for my body. Maybe I need it for my soul, my heart. Obviously, got ways to go. This whole brain will actually come off separately. You don't have to have it on this pack. I just prefer to. So I'm going to disconnect it here. And you can see here, I can actually just pull this tab here, and the whole thing comes open, and I can reach in through the top. I'm going to do that because I'm going to pull out my food. This bag here allows me to hang my food from a tree at least 12 foot high, 6 foot from the trunk, and it's Denema. It's waterproof. It won't allow water in there, and it keeps bears away, and hopefully some rodents. So I do have roughly right now I have 5 pounds of food in there. You can open it up by folding it open. Bear bags can all look, if you're in a crowd, they can all look like another one. So I wanted to do something unique so that I can see my bear bag. You use this carabiner. I use something called the Pacific Trail, Pacific Coast Trail, or Pacific, the Pacific Coast Trail, the PCT hang. You can look that up if you want to. It's pretty neat. So, anyways, I have this bag printed with one of the last photos I took with Jamie. This was actually on the Staten Island Ferry in New York. She is the inspiration for my hike. It was just a good day that day. She is quite the trooper because we ran all over New York by foot. This day we happened to go out of the hotel and we were going on a cruise, and we went and biked Central Park, and we went and saw the bull on Wall Street, and we went and used the subways. We went to the top of the Empire State Building. I have a picture of her with in King Kong's hand, and I'll show that. I believe I have that on my phone. We were just having a great day exploring New York together. We made our way over to the memorial for the Twin Towers, which was a very special. Me, it was special to see that memorial because it was the attack on the Twin Towers that inspired me to join the military. And I, within a month, was working on my qualifications and getting into the Navy before I turned 35. I was 34 at the time and barely made it, and was able to get them. But I digress. Anyways, we made it over to the Staten Island Ferry because we knew we couldn't go see the Statue of Liberty because you have to book so far out in advance and so much can happen. But we got to see it through the Staten Island Ferry. We rode over and we rode back. It was a wonderful day. We ended it up on oh gosh, I forget what was down there in the center of New York, eating sliced pizza. We hate pizza. Every place we could get it, it was like $1 a slice. Heck, it's probably like $5 a slice now. Anyways, it was $1 a slice. We just ate a lot of pizza that day. She was wore out. I mean, I think I have a photo. I also put it up there. She was a trooper, but that was the way Jamie was. She was always in to go and at John's speed and see the world. I was always trying to get the best value. I was just trying to get as much in as I could, because these trips were expensive. And she was all for it. And we took some breaks and stuff, but it was wonderful. One of the special places that she got to visit in the park was the Beatles' Strawberry Fields memorial to John Lennon. When she grew up, because of her red hair, and her maiden name was Fields, she was often referred to as Strawberry Fields. So that had a special place in her heart, that name. So, anyways, in this bag, I can go over it a little bit later, but there's freeze-dried meals and things like that. We'll go over it. All right. Then we're over there. I was telling you that you could actually break this bag apart. So we'll take this strap apart. Open that bag. You can see very handy, right? Here's an aerial view of my gear. That's my backpack, sleeping pad. We'll go over each one of these items. Toiletry bag, towels, medical kit, sleeping set, tent, battery pack for recording, and some other various different items. And right here is my food. Start here. In this compression, this is a 3-liter compression bag. I have my Z-Packs water rain jacket, Z-Packs rain pants. I have a rain kilt. I haven't decided which one I'm going to use. They're very light. I see a purpose between both. I have rain mitts in here. This will help me keep dry. So I'm not going to break it out and show you that. You go to the site zpacks.com and you'll see their rain gear. It's very expensive. This stuff won't make it the whole trail. It wets out. Eventually all the protection goes away and you have to buy some more if you want to stay dry. You're gonna get some wet. But I am planning on using this with my umbrella. You have to be careful when you use these rain kits or rain gear because it keeps in moisture. It can make you sweat real bad. And sweating inside's no fun because if you don't dry out, you can get cold. Yeah, and we're still in early spring, and we're in the mountains. They do have zippers underneath the armpits, so we'll see how that goes. My rain mitts, all they are is little rainproof baggies that are shaped like a hand from Z-Packs that go over my gloves. And I actually have a pair of mechanics gloves like I use at work. because there is some technical climbing in some of this stuff, and it'll keep my hands warm, and I can still use it for technical work. So, anyways, that's my rain kit. I put it in a 3-liter compression bag because you don't need it till you need it. So I just want to keep it as small as possible. This stuff's got a little bit of weight. You know, I'm talking probably about a pound here. So my pack right now, after final cut, is right around 33 pounds, 34 pounds with water and food. This is my Z-Packs duplex tent. Very expensive tent. This tent was like $600. This rain gear here alone is probably on the order of $400. This duplex tent also has I have a rain poncho in here, but the poncho is also does a dual purpose. It will lay down for the full size of my tent to provide a underlayment, you know, to help protect the bottom of the tent from twigs and things that I may not be aware of. I also have 8 aluminum stakes in here because it takes 8 stakes. So it has a wash tub bottom, so it kind of comes up and keeps all the water out. This tent without the stakes, this tent's only like 1.5 pounds. With the stakes and my poncho ground cover, probably about 2 pounds. That's not bad. I also have 2 carbon fiber poles that go together with this tent. This is an accessory I bought. I'll show it to y'all how I use it later on. I could probably get by with sticks to do this purpose, but each one of these is like 1/2 ounce, and I think they'll provide me with consistency. I won't have to go around hunting for the right stick and hope it doesn't poke through and things. If not, I'll get rid of the ounce and send it back. We'll see. This is my this is my water kit. I keep it in a blue bag to help keep it together. This will probably get whipped out 2 or 3 times a day, maybe more. In it, I have my Sawyer Squeeze. You can buy these at Walmart. They're about $25. I have my C-Nog squeeze bag. This Sawyer Squeeze water filter will screw onto the end of this, and I squeeze through to get clean water. Or go through the filter. That's the filter I chose to use. I have a backup smaller C-Nog bag, 750 milliliters, in case one of my water bottles happens to fail and I need to keep clean water in something. I can still use this. It comes in about 1.5 ounces. It's a good backup. Also, if my C-Nog squeeze bag fails, I still have a way to squeeze water through. I have 2 packs of electrolytes, water flavoring, because sometimes when you filter water, it tastes bad or has a flavor. Also have a couple things of mustard to help with any kind of cramps and stuff like that. We'll see how that works. I got the old-fashioned bandana that you can use to put water in a bottle, put the bandana over it, squeeze through. Old-fashioned, something I learned from search and rescue. In case my filter fails, I still need to filter it. So what about the biological? I filter out all the stuff. What about the germs? I use aqua tabs. I have some inside already broken open, and I've got I probably got like over 100 aqua tabs in here. So they're the size of baby aspirins, and you put them in your water. They're good for 1 liter, and they kill all the biologicals within maybe 30 minutes is what they say. So I put that in my water bottle that's in the back, 1 liter, and it's back there churning, and I'm drinking off my 750 in the front. And when I run out of that, I'll take the clean treated water, put it in there, then treat more water that's in my back. So I'm always treating water. So I go from 1.5 liters down to like, 1 liter, and then back to 1.5 liters, and then 1 liter. So anyways, I have that. So I actually found and that's it for my water kit. So I also think the aqua tabs make the water taste better. Make it taste, a lot of water tastes like tap water. So we'll go ahead and put this back in here. That way I have everything organized. I do have a lot of flavor packets. And a lot of these have sodium, potassium, electrolytes, and then they help with cramping versus just water. I've learned about that. So regular water, it's good sometimes, but your body also loses electrolytes through sweat, and you have got to replace that, or you pay the price, and I have. And I've never had an issue with cramping until I started backpacking. So we're gonna put this in my, and I keep everything in Ziploc bags. I could do like one contractor bag, but I like to be able to pull things out and use them when I need to. And this will help keep my stuff waterproof. I have 2 towels that I use. One's like a chamois hiker towel. It's quite large. I use it to wipe up the condensate on the interior of the tent. This one is a microfiber towel for hiking, outfitters, Wise Owls. I like it. It worked out really good. I hang it off the back of my pack during the day. After I wipe everything down in the morning, we'll let it dry. And then I have another microfiber cloth that really has, I could use it to wipe things down, but I really have it as a different purpose. I need to get to town. I can use this microfiber cloth. It's two-purpose. Hiker to town. Hiker to trail, in case I need to hitchhike, and I probably will. If I get to a point where I run out of food, maybe I didn't plan so well, which is possible. I've had best laid plans go to waste because something happened, or I have to suddenly get off the trail because I'm injured or sick. I don't know if y'all know it, but right now norovirus is running rampant on the trail. Everyone is trying to wash your hands, stay away from regular areas people visit, and stay in our tents, and really just don't share anything right now. It's a little bit like the COVID stuff. No one's wearing a mask because this stuff is, you get this stuff off surfaces. Mostly it's because people don't wash their hands after using the restroom, and that's how it gets transmitted, is through feces. Anyways, I put this in the back of my backpack. You never know when you need to wipe something down. I do have a pair of Umbros sunglasses. I like these. These are sunglasses without sides. They actually have a strap. So you can pull the strap and put them on. They don't blow off, and you can wear them in cases of needing sunglasses. So extremely light, less than an ounce. A lot of people say, hey, don't take sunglasses. I may ditch them and send them back home. But at least I have them, and they're super light. As light as you can get. Very durable. I have a pad for writing down notes and a pen. I have something I'm going to be putting on my pack or my shoes. Someone, Tiffany, my best friend, gave me this. Says, the best views come after the hardest climbs. Man, let me tell you, that is true. That is true. I have a sleeping pad by Homegrown Gear. It's basically foam. I lay it down, then I have a ground cover to tent, and I lay this down. It will give me some R value, and then I put my inflatable mattress on it. And that will help keep it from popping through, give me some R value. I can also use it to lay down on a rock if I just need a nap. You're hiking along and you're just like, I'm just exhausted, I just need a nap. Why not take a nap? My gosh, yeah, you lose a couple hours, a couple miles, but you gotta listen to your body, right? So this weighs less than half an ounce, super light. I've got a second bag, rock bag, because hanging your food's so important, and sometimes it's like fishing with lures. Your bag will get stuck up there. You may pull it down and the string may break, or I need to have a backup. So this is my food bag. We talked about it earlier video. I have just enough food for 3 days. 2 nights, 3 days before my first resupply. It's a tough decision because, we want to keep enough food in case something happens, but there's a lot of resupplies. I got to just look at my plan and make good decisions. So I have enough 2 free-dries meals. I've got for nights. I've got Snickers, candy bars, food replacement meals. I've got food for during the day. So probably why everybody gets so skinny, y'all, because we're trying to curb weight. This is my cook set. Inside my cook set it's inside a bag that's reflective, has reflectants in it. You can see here it's silver lined. My 750 milliliter titanium bowl I cook on. Inside of it I have a cigarette lighter. That's a backup. I have my stove. That's a micro stove. You hook it to a gas canister, put it up. It also has a quick snap. So I try to go as light as I can. There's so many choices, but just keep it light. Still though, this is probably about 2-3 ounces. I have a valve controlling thing here. I found it online. You can transfer, let me put this out here. This is my gas stove. I can transfer gas from one stove to another using temperature differential. So the hot gas will make its way to the cold gas and fill the jar back up. So I brought this along. It is excess, but this is a small gas canister. If I find myself low on gas, I can actually transfer gas from another. A lot of times gas canisters get left behind. And then also inside of here, I have a spread out. And this will actually spread out. I'll pop it out here, and this will allow my canister to sit in here and keep it more stable when it's sitting on the ground because it's so small. Bigger canister wouldn't be such a big deal, but since I have such a small canister for weight. So, and it just happens to fit back there. Put it on in there, put my stove in there, my valve. If I don't use the valve after a few weeks and like, hey, it's just not happening, I'm able to buy the gas canisters I need, then I'll send it home. I'm not going to get rid of it. The thing is expensive. So why, this keeps all my stuff together, but why the reflectix? Well, I can put my hot food, anything I cook in here, or a hot drink or something, or maybe mac and cheese if that's what I'm eating, and I can put that in there and let it stew and just let it soak. It also keep my food warm. So, and you gotta have something to put your stuff in, so keep it all together. Super lightweight. You'll find that's the theme I have here. I've got duplicates, doubles and duplicates, triple things at home that I've gotten better and better over the years. So this is my sleep set. I think it's relatively light, but I'm still at about 3 pounds here. This has a how do you say, this is watertight compression bag. It has a special down quilt in it. It's 10-degree quilt along with a sleeping pad liner. And I like to use a quilt and not a sleeping mummy bag because sometimes the quilt is like a blanket and it'll snap onto the side. I'll show you closer views of it once I get it set up in the tent. Just little gear privy how I'm using the gear when I'm out in the field. This is very expensive. It was like $400 in a bag, counting the bag. And getting good sleep is super important. I learned that on the foothills trails. So I try to get as light gear so when the summertime comes or late spring, just before summer, it's getting warm. I know I won't have too many cool nights. I'll order a 40-degree quilt set from them that's much lighter, probably knock 1.5 pounds off. I'll send this home, and then when I think that I might be getting into cooler weather again towards the end of my hike, I'll swap them out again. So very expensive, but worth having a good sleepover. So this here is a waterproof bag. It has my electronics in it. My electronics, I have earbuds. I've got a wireless microphone with little wind guards, which I know I'm going to run into wind. And I may not need it, but it's super light ounce. I've got charging cables. I've got I've got actually 3 charging cables in here and some adapters for so I could be flexible when I'm recording. I'm probably paying about 6 ounces for that. I have a 20 milliamp backup battery. Get that open here. You can see it here. and it allows me to charge one connection, USB. That's why I have to have I already bought this one. Now you can buy them with USB-C, but I just bought like $1 adapter, and I don't have to buy a new one of these. I have another iPhone mount for this tripod I'm currently using. I am carrying this tripod with me. When I get done, I'll take the phone off the tripod and show it to you. This here is a SanDisk Extreme hard drive, portable. It's 4 terabytes. Extreme. It's like 4 times my phone. So why can't bring it? Because I want to back up the videos on my phone to this in case I lose my phone, or my phone gets damaged, or there's some sort of corruption. I've got a backup. And then I have a wall charger for when I get into hostels, hotels. I can plug this in. It has 2 USB-C ports, so I can plug in. Sometimes you get to the hostels and you only get one outlet. Everyone's using outlets. A lot of recording on the trails nowadays. I'm just one of many. What I like about it is that it's super lightweight, coming in about 3 ounces, and the little forks slide off. So that kind of takes care of me there. Gets me back up. I have my cables. I may wind up, as I use these, I may wind up tossing a few of them. I just don't want to be without power, being able to charge, and I also need to charge. So the battery backup will charge my phone each night, so I can head out with a fully charged phone in a day. Should be able to charge my phone 6-7 times, maybe a little bit more, depending on, yeah, that should be about it. I might get a little bit more. Should be fine. I heard I might be able to use a 10,000 milliamp. We'll see. If I use this backup battery and I'm consistently not even using half, I might switch to a lighter battery. This is my sleeping pad. It's a 78-inch long pad with 30 inches, 25 inches of width. So on the Foothills Trail, I had 20 inches of width. It was not enough. My shoulders hung over the edge. This is about as wide as you can get. I hear you can get 30, but I wasn't able to find a lightweight 30. This is called a Neo Air Uber Light, super light. Let me tell you, when you're packing this stuff, weight is everything. So my pack is 6 pounds, and it has all these advantages, and pockets and ways I can stuff and get to things, which is great. But I'm paying about a 3.5 to 4 pound penalty over some of these ultralight packs, but I'm also getting a lot of comfort and ease. So, but I'm open to, as I go down the trails, if I see lighter pack options, I can try them on. I was able to try this pack on in REI over in Oklahoma City, and when you're spending $500, $400, $500 on a pack, you want to try it. I want to try it out. I'm not just going to buy it, bring it, and say, oh well, it didn't work. So maybe down the line I'll be able to try it out. I do have 2 hiking pillows. These hiking pillows are Xped. They're the medium size. You blow them up. They have like a little felt lining on them. They come in about 6 ounces each. I have one for my head, obviously, one for between my legs, which is important to me because I have hip issues. And then I'll just cuddle up to my clothes bag, something to hold on to. So, anyways, I have 2 of these. Again, getting a good night's sleep, super important. You may be able to get by with a smaller one. They do go down to 3 ounces, but I'm just looking for something to support my neck and be comfortable. I'll tell you how it goes. So in here, I have my my lights. So I have my flex tail. So that's a luxury item I'm bringing to inflate my pillows and inflate my pads so I can keep moisture out of them. And what it is basically it's the world's smallest. Let me bring it here. It's the world's smallest air blower for blowing things up. So first, I'll bring that out here. So this is my air mattress and pillow blower up, and it'll also evac it. So look how small it is. It's the size of my finger, and you just push button. That's how it works. And I have little adapters that I put on it so I can hook it to different pads. I have 2 adapters for my pillows. I also have a headlamp My headlamp is a night core headlamp. It has all kinds of different bright features. It has red lamps. Everything I'm showing you, like this blower, this flex tail, and this headlamp here, it's all USB-C rechargeable. Everything's rechargeable. So that's really nice because I can carry one battery and keep it recharged. I don't have to dispose of all these other batteries. Then I also have a very small pin light that will hang from my tent. It has side lights with red, and it also will fit on the brim of my hat. And I can turn it on. It's pretty bright. And I can also hang it down from my tent at night with red so I can see inside there, and it's my backup light. Super small, size of my pinky. I forget what the brand name is of this. I had it in mind. I apologize if I could think of it. If it's something you're interested in, it comes in at about an ounce and a quarter. Super light, great backup light because I have problems with this one. I don't want to be stuck out there using my phone. So, as you can imagine, that would be a real pain. So I have like some of my. They say you pack your fears, but some of my stuff is just things I've learned from my years in search and rescue. It just a light is a good thing to have a backup on, because when you need it and you don't have it, you're out in the dark in the woods, something crazy going on. You can't see what's going on. That's just going to add to the stress, right? And I want to be able to see what's around me, and also get up in the night, use the restroom, or in the morning, whenever, getting up early in the morning. So that's there. All this together, maybe 4 ounces, 3 ounces. I have a kind of a repair kit here. I have I got Velcro ties. I've got some paracord type material. I've got some tent cabling. I also got some patch kits for my sleeping pad and also for my pillows. I've got zip ties in here, and I got some pins, bobby pins. So just some stuff to do. This goes on the bottom of my pack. So over here, these are my micro spikes. They come in at about 8 ounces. I'm eager to get rid of these, but it can and has snowed in the Smokies, which I hope to get there in a couple weeks in April. And I don't want to fall. Let me tell you, it's hard enough to keep yourself up in some of this stuff. Add ice to it and snow, and it's a whole different thing. So I want to have some sort of gription. As soon as I know that it's out of the way, I'll send this home. Eager to send this home. This is my toiletry kit. Excuse me, not my toiletry kit. This is my hygiene kit. So in here, I keep just little personal things. I have my dental floss and toothbrush and toothpaste. And so this toothbrush, it's not the lightest one you can buy, but it is damn light, like half an ounce. I got it at Walmart. You pop it open. Let's see if I can get this open here. Sorry. It's kind of a pain to get open, ain't it? Oh, there it is. Sorry. I'll get it memorized. And look, it's a full-size toothbrush. Weighs about half an ounce, maybe a quarter of an ounce. Super light. I was micromanaging all this stuff, weighing everything, but I haven't done that. So I'm sorry if that's something you want to see. But these little white pills you see here, they're 12 by 12 napkins or towels. All you do is add water, and over a couple minutes they'll expand to a fully 12 by 12 towel. You can use it to wipe your face down and stuff. They're pretty lightweight, super handy to have in a pinch. You need to wipe down it's important that each night you wipe down your pits, wipe down your groin, your feet, clean your feet, keep everything good, right? For that, I have, like right now, I have combat wipes. I use those. outdoor wipes, I'll just pack, I'll put the leftovers in an old bag, and then I throw them away. I might, obviously not easy to get these all the time, so I'll probably buy some other kind of brand baby wipes and things like that. So. And then I have a little what I call a luxury item. I took the end of a tooth of a hairbrush. Not that I have much hair left, right, guys? But at least I can get my hair to lay down until I get a haircut. A lot of folks, they're like, hey, don't get a haircut on the trail, but I'll probably get a haircut. And I will occasionally shave. I just, it gets all itchy and stuff. I just don't want to grow a beard. So, but hey, I may decide differently. I am subject to changing my mind. Anyways, I put all this in a Ziploc bag. Over here, I have another waterproof waterproof. What's the word I'm looking for here? Well, I'm getting a little tired, guys. Before I did this, I actually did 9 miles today in this terrain. A compaction bag. It squeezes everything down. This is where I keep my clothes. This is my heaviest item in my pack. My pack is probably the only thing that comes close to this weight. I have merino wool, top and bottom, in case it gets really cold. And I can put that on as my base layer. I have 2 extra pair of underwear. I have 3 pairs of extra socks in here. I have the socks I'm wearing plus 2 other socks. I have a sun hoodie. I have a pair of hiking pants and a pair of night pants, and I got a shirt for changing out on the trail and one for sleeping in. Each night I'm going to try to sleep in the same clothes, and so they're not sweaty or anything, and then in the morning I'll change back to my hiking clothes and keep a decent pair of clothes for sleeping, and so all my sleeping gear doesn't get too dirty, so I wipe my face down and everything, but try to keep it as clean as possible. And unfortunately, that pack's quite a wallop. I'm thinking I'm at about 4 pounds here. I can't wait. When it gets warm enough, I'll send the base layer home, and I'll just have my shorts and my socks. But even so, it's still pretty heavy, Clothes are just heavy. And this is all merino wool stuff, and also manufactured materials that even when they get wet, they keep you warm. So no cotton at all in here. I actually left a piece of equipment out that's very important. I wanted to go over it before I get started this morning. That's my medical kit. Very important piece of equipment. Has a lot of things for dealing with ailments and emergencies. We'll go over this real quick. I have some sunblock, which actually I'm going to leave out a little bit this morning because I got a little bit of a sunburn on my neck. So this is just as light as I could get. It's a rub-on. Just rub it on. It's waterproof, 50 block. Body Glide, even though the underwear I have, which is called One Step, is designed with wicking panels and chafing panels and super tight, help keep all that chafing down. If I feel any kind of chafing coming on, I'm going to be using Body Glide. Got a little tube of ibuprofen, vitamin I, as hikers call it. It's actually duo. It's it's Advil and Tylenol together. The Advil calls it duo. Got some sunblock for my lips, very lightweight, banana boat. I've got Lyco tape and stuff for dealing with blisters. So what I have here is, in here I have some needles and I have some thread, and I do what's called threading a blister. So if I get a blister, I put the thread in there, I put the needle through one side out the other side, leave the thread on both sides, I cut them short, and that will wick the moisture out without actually opening up the blister, leaving more protection. Then I also have moleskin in here. Moleskin is a soft pad, kind of like a soft padded sticker. I can cut to shape using my scissors I have here, little portable scissors. As lightweight as I could find. I'm sure I could find a little lighter weight, but I liked how these compacted up. Anyways, on the blister you thread it, then you put the moleskin that you can buy at Walmart. You put that around it in a patch, you cut a hole in it. You may have to build it up a couple layers to pad the blister, and then I put a Band-Aid on it. So I have a pocket full of Band-Aids here, and I have alcohol wipes. So I'll actually use the alcohol wipes to wipe down the blister in my needle before I thread it. Then I'll put the moleskin on, thread it, put the moleskin on, put the Band-Aid on. Then I'll cover it with Lycotape. This stuff is like a second skin. You don't want to get it on a blister. It will rip it right off. But you want to use it to help adhere everything because of all the walking. Also, if you feel a hot spot on your foot, maybe on the left or right, the ball, the toe, you're like, man, it's feeling really hot. I can cut this, put this on, and it will provide an extra friction barrier. Usually what happens though is, without realizing, I get a blister like on my right big toe, and I know that it's only a matter of time before I get one on my left, or maybe I get one on my heel. I get a lot of common blisters on my heels. I'm gonna protect the other heel, but I try to pay attention to those hot spots. I got an Ace bandage to compress or hold down. I've got some small sterile pads that help me put that on there. I've got some Q-tips, which I can actually use, clean my ears out with, but I put them in my medical. I've got some medication. I got kaopectate because there's norovirus out on the trail. If I feel like I'm catching something, I will take that. It'll help with the diarrhea and nausea until I get off the trail. I have antacids, and then I have Nextrum. And the reason I have Nextrum and antacids is something I have to take on a regular basis is dicycline, which is an antibiotic. I personally have to take this antibiotic. I realized that my tube is actually cracked. I gotta be careful, make sure I keep that medicine dry. I have to take this because I live with a staph infection in my body, and every 14, 20 days, depends on symptoms, I have to take one or two of these to stave that off the rest of my life. I have a pair of tweezers, very important. Pleep, 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 pleep. Splinter. So. I have something for my knees. It's something the doctor gave me. It helps with arthritis in the knees and stuff. And you don't really experience that every day, but when you're hiking with the weight, your knees will start aching. This is a topical, and it's like ibuprofen directly to the knees. He gave me a bunch of samples. Very powerful stuff. You don't want to use it too much. If you use it too much, you actually have a skin reaction. And then I have Actine, which is this liquid skin. If I get a little abrasion or a cut that's bothering me, I may wind up getting rid of this because it does have quite a bit of weight. But it is a liquid bandage, and I do tend to like liquid bandages. And then I have a razor blade for cutting my moleskin or dealing with things that require something sharp. I mean, really sharp to cut off. Maybe I've got a chunk of skin off or something like that. Also have a pair of rubber gloves in here in case I need to help someone else, a fellow hiker, and they're bleeding and they need immediate medical care. And I'm, currently the most qualified person there. I'm going to try to protect myself. So. Okay, I also told you I was going to show you the tripod. This is my tripod that I'm going to use to film, maybe get some walking back and forth. As you can see here, it holds my cell phone. It's bungee. What's cool about this is that it will completely collapse. And I'll show it to you the best I can here. You see the base? It's not easy to do one hand. the base will collapse.
And I think I've covered everything. I honestly don't think there's a lot of stuff here, but I mean, it all gets in the pack. But I'm still coming out with food and water at about 33, 34 pounds. Look, if you have any more questions on the exact gear or anything, leave a comment, ask a question, send me a text if you're a close friend. I'll get you the link as soon as I can to some of this stuff. I've been going over this and purchasing things for 4 years, y'all, and I've found as much as light as I can. But I would say everything you see here, the gear I'm using in the ultralight stuff, probably represents, if you were to buy it today fresh, about $2,500. It's not cheap, but once you have it, you take care of it, and you're out there in the woods, you want to be in the best care you can. So